I really like both spaces. This feels more like a design space and the other space feels more like a traditional art space. But I can, now that I know the exhibitions are connected, I can see the connection. I might not have made that otherwise. But it's interesting that they're both quite close together and you can walk between the two spaces, and the curator is the artist in, well, you're creating one space and artist in another space.
We travelled from Manchester today for the day and came to see this exhibition after going to the International Gallery.
I like the fact that everything's bits from one place and other bits from other places, and they're kind of brought together, and it takes a little bit of looking to work out what's going on. So you're kind of intrigued and you need to look for a bit of time to work out exactly what it is you're looking at. It's very pretty, slightly confusing, but that's why you're intrigued.
I like this piece here, which is big, and it animates the piece, it animates the work, and you don't really have to listen to that. And I thought the piece at the beginning, the first piece when we came in, the idea, people discussing the idea of utopia was good. I've not listened to the smaller pieces. I think with video work for me, it's got to be quite, a big screen really. So I think that was taking too much of my concentration.
I prefer the sculptural work, the creatures, to the video work. I find it easier to walk around and look at them in 3 dimensions than I do looking at a 2-dimensional screen. I just realised this fellow looks like he's got a bandage wrapped around him as well, which is quite interesting. It's a little bit damaged, he's being held together.
You like the crocodile over there, yes? Well, we think it's a crocodile, don't we? The actual space itself, I like what you've done here, because you're actually giving that impression of walking into a jungle and just to discover different things as we're going around. Which we did, didn't we? What did we discover over there? We saw a monkey over there, didn't we? Yes? And a crocodile, yeah, and there's lots of trees and a big nest, which we couldn't quite figure out where the big bird was. The thing is that Liverpool for me is, I come from the south end of the city. They tend to be rather the north end of the city. It's two separate places. And it is nice to see other people have similar thoughts and feelings as you do. Because we do look on them as an alien species. Don't we? That's interesting, isn't it? That tree as well. Why particularly that tree? Do you think you could climb up it?
My name is Laura and I'm a student in Liverpool, but I'm from Cumbria. And I heard about the show from my dad, who was one of the people you interviewed, the Paradse stories. He told me about it, so I came down to have a look and see what it was about.
And who's your dad?
He's the Reverend Cameron Butland, who works at Bridal Hall. That's where you met him. But yeah, he told me about it at the time, and then he sent me an email saying, it's in Liverpool, so if you want to go have a look and laugh at your father. So I came down to see what it was about. The International Gallery, I went there. It was interactive, same as the stuff as well. I mean, there's a lot to see and get involved with. This is a lot more colourful, a lot brighter, and generally louder and noisier in all of the senses. It's got like bits of paradise, it's got colours, it's got textures, it's got the animals, and the videos and what people were saying, and you could connect with some of those things and say, yeah, that'd be my paradise, and then things that wouldn't be my paradise, and the guy talking about his car, and that doesn't interest me at all, I ban all the cars in my paradise. It was funny, I mean, when you interview all those Liverpudlians, and his obviously got a strong accent in comparison to them. It's just odd to see him on the big screen. My dad wasn't built for the big screen at all. But no, his idea of paradise is pretty much what I expected it to be, except he didn't say anything about cricket. I like the casualness of it, the way it's all been put together, obviously really thoughtfully, but then at the same time it's a bit carefree, it's a bit different. I mean, it makes a change from paintings on the wall and people who all look the same.
That room in the chocolate factory is really one thing, like all the river and stuff. But when I first went round, I just sort of like took in kind of, the obvious things like the, waterfall and like the big sort of pieces. Then next time I went round, I was just like looking for like little tiny little detail things like this guy on here, like in the tree. Talking to the little elf, or
just like all the little touches, isn't it? From the slippers and the flowers and the feathers.
I don't know, this guy's got a flower for a night. It's a strange and wonderful place to be created. When we came in here before, I was kind of, I don't really come to this sort of thing very often, so it just seemed like a bit sort of boring, a bit dull. We came down the corridor to this door, and she opened it and just said, "Oh, you want to take a look in here?" And then when you came in, it was just like incredible, and it's just beautiful, really beautiful.
When you walk into the room, immediately you enter a different world, and so in that sense, it's hard.
I immediately wanted to go and climb inside that structure and just be in it. Because it was fun, like to go inside. And like, there's little things, and some of them look like little, it almost looks like some of the things like toys. And I want to go and like sort of touch them and start playing with them, but then I remember like, it's like your foot and I might end up like breaking it or something. But I do kind of want to like, play in here, maybe when everyone's gone, I'm back here.
I just want to sit and just observe all the little objects around me. The music as well, it's quite relaxing and calming as well, and this nest as well, it's just cosy. It's really kind of calming and cosy feels as well. I think if you're sitting on the floor, you want to completely try to different perspective of what